Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to talk briefly about what is domestic violence. Domestic violence doesn't just have to be physical like most people think that it is. It is anything from emotional abuse to mental abuse to verbal abuse. It can be something as simple as name calling. It doesn't have to be just the pushing and shoving, the black eyes. And it also happens to men. 1 in 4 men will be affected by domestic violence. 1 in 3 women will be affected by domestic violence as well. Domestic violence is something that is very common, unfortunately, in relationships, and it is a worldwide epidemic in itself. And it happens to both males and females, like I said, and it can result in death, unfortunately. And I've talked about in the past separation assault, and I talked about judgment as well. People are so quick to point fingers and judge people for staying in domestic violence situations. But you know what? You don't know what you don't know. Things are easier said than done. And when most people post pictures of themselves smiling or something, you don't know what's truly behind that smile. Domestic violence it can be a silent epidemic as well. Very silent. You know, we may not know what somebody else is going through. So I remind you to be kind. I remind you to be non-judgmental, because I have been judged previous in the past because I stayed with an abuser myself, as my very first relationship was domestic violence, both mental, both verbal, both mentally, physically. It was draining on all levels. It, derails your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth. It makes you think that you're not good enough for anything or anyone. Domestic violence is something that takes control of you. It is a manipulation tactic. It is from a narcissist, and some of these narcissists are really good at hiding behind closed doors. They're also good at, socializing. They're the people that we don't think that are the abusers that are the abusers. They typically are nice around other people, but behind closed doors, they may get into a fit of rage. They may cause, harm physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally. But no pain is worse than the other. I want to tell you that right now. It doesn't matter if you have the physical scars. The emotional scars hurt just as bad. The reason I left my first person that abused me was because he cheated on me, and that was the final straw, but that should not have been the final straw. When you have nothing to compare another relationship to, it's hard because you don't know any different. And if you were brought up in an abusive household, again, what you see is what you know. So keep in mind, if you take anything away from this video, please don't judge other people for being in a relationship. Be that listening ear. That's what people in domestic violence need. They need support. They need empathy. They need encouragement. They don't need judgment, plain and simple. They need people who are going to be in their corner. They need people who are going to lead them in the right direction. If you know somebody that is going through domestic violence, I highly, highly recommend that you give them local resources so they can reach out to. That is the most help that you can give them, and just be that sounding voice. That's all anybody that's going through trauma or domestic violence really need, is just somebody to listen. Thank you, take care, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.